Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, Omar Collymore and the co-accused have case to answer in wife's murder, judge rules. Omar Collymore, who is on trial for allegedly orchestrating the murder of his wife, Simone Campbell Collymore, and the co-accused Michael Cray Boss Adams have a case to answer. The men are each facing 2 counts of murder and a conspiracy to murder in connection to the killings of the 32-year-old businesswoman and her taxi driver, Winston Corey Walters, on January 2, 2018. But Justice Leighton Pusey, in handing down the ruling on Thursday in the Home Circuit Court, required additional time to deliver a ruling in respect to the other 2 alleged accomplices, Dwayne Pink and Shaquilla Edwards. The ruling follows no case submissions by the defense on Wednesday. The prosecution closed its case on Tuesday. In proving its case, the prosecution called 25 witnesses, including confessed killer Wade Blackwood. In February, when the trial started, the prosecution told the jurors that Mr. Collymore hired Mr. Adams to facilitate the murder of his wife, and that Mr. Edwards and Mr. Pink allegedly played a role in surveilling the businesswoman's movements before her death. During his testimony, Mr. Blackwood said he was one of the men on the motorbikes that rode up and sprayed the victims with bullets as they waited to be let inside Mrs. Campbell Collymore's Forester Ridge apartment complex in Red Hills, St. Andrew. Blackwood, a confessed member of the unruly gang who is currently serving 2 life sentences for the murders, had disclosed that he got the price tag from one of the other shooters, Jim, the now deceased leader of the gang. He also testified that Adams was the contract killer and was the one who spoke with the man who had ordered the hit on the woman. Among the evidence presented was that Mr. Collymore was a beneficiary of his wife's multi-million-dollar life insurance policies, one of which was taken out less than 3 months before she was murdered. Phone data evidence was also presented in court. It also showed that there was continuous communication between Mr. Collymore and the alleged contract killer in the days leading up to his wife's murder. The judge is expected to deliver his decision in respect to Mr. Pink and Mr. Edwards on Monday, when the defense will commence its case in the Home Circuit Court. 14-year-old Irwin High student charged with the murder of schoolmate gets bail. Bail was on Thursday granted to the 14-year-old Irwin High School boy charged with the stabbing death of his schoolmate, 15-year-old Ranil Plummer. The case was heard in the St. James Family Court. The accused is being represented by attorney Maurice McCurdy. McCurdy told the news that his client is innocent and that he will be challenging the charge. Based on the Crown's file, the deceased, a minor, obtained and introduced both the knives in the deadly school incident, he said. As a matter of fact, we will be writing the Director of Public Prosecutions to impress upon her that this matter should be discontinued against the child, as it is in the Crown's case that he was the one that was attacked and called upon to defend himself, McCurdy said. The Montego Bay police reported that Plummer was approached and attacked by a group of students after exiting the grounds of the St. James-based high school. During the assault, the police said that Plummer was stabbed in the chest by a 14-year-old male student. It is alleged that the incident stemmed from an earlier altercation. The injured boy was transported to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he died while receiving treatment. The accused boy, in the company of his parents, surrendered to the police the following day. Redundancies hang over team that detects guns and ammunition at ports. A group of men and women whose expertise has helped to prevent the importation of illegal guns and ammunition at the nation's ports are fearing the worst for the country's national security as their positions are being made redundant. The more than 60 employees of Port Management Security Limited, most of whom have a military background, say they have been trying to get a meeting with the Port Authority of Jamaica President and the CEO, Professor Gordon Shirley, in order to avoid what they predict will be a big problem, as the services they provide will be transferred to the Jamaica Customs Agency. We want the government and the people of this country to know what is happening to us. They have been saying they will meet with us, and it never happens. So we can't sit and wait for that to happen, for them to get the advantage, because that is the strategy they use as a means to keep us quiet, one of the workers told the news on Wednesday. He claimed that customs officers do not possess the skills that the PMSL team has in identifying guns and other contraband that are usually cleverly hidden in packages arriving at the ports. We are the ones who find the guns on the wharf, every single gun find. The more than 60 guns that were found recently, it wasn't the police and it wasn't the customs per se. They don't have the expertise like us, he said. They are going to put the security of the country at risk because they are bringing in people who don't have the knowledge. We are being shafted. We have a government, so PAJ and the customs by themselves shouldn't be in a position to make a decision that will put the country at risk, he insisted. Another member of the team said that they want to stop pressing until someone sits and has a dialogue with them about the way forward. We are going to take some kind of action. Someone must say we are going to talk to you guys. From day one, they decided they want to make us redundant. Even customs has said they are not talking to us. They had no plans for us, so we don't care about them anymore, said the disgruntled worker. The news's efforts to get a comment on the matter from Professor Shirley were futile as his phone rang without an answer. Another member of the team pointed out that when the company, which is a subsidiary of PHA, was formed, the only qualifications that were asked of applicants were loyalty, discipline, commitment, integrity, honesty, and a dedication to duty. That is why they hired ex-soldiers, because at the time, a lot of guns and ammunition were seeping into the country. He said that now that operations are being handed over to Jamaica Customs, workers are being told that they need a first degree. The members of the team who have been finding the guns and ammunition don't have first degrees. What they have, though, are the skills to detect contraband, he said. In March, People's National Party Member of Parliament for St. Catharines Southern, Fitz-Jackson, expressed concerns about the looming redundancies at the PMSL, saying team members there make a crucial contribution to the preservation of national security. There appears to be a lack of provision for current employees who have demonstrated exceptional dedication and effectiveness in their roles. The success in intercepting illegal goods was not solely due to the collaboration with the JCF and the Jamaica Customs, but also owed greatly to the specialized skill set and the professionalism of the PMSL team, Jackson pointed out. In a recent letter to their union representative, the PMSL employees recommended that all workers who have met academic requirements for the program should be promptly accepted and provided with a clear timeline for their integration into Jamaica Customs. For those who have not met the academic criteria but wish to pursue a career with the Jamaica Customs Agency, we propose offering a 4-year contract or secondment from the Port Authority with a mandatory commitment to complete their bachelor's degree during that period. It continued, workers who decided to remain with the PAJ should be strategically placed within the organization based on their skill set to ensure their continued contribution. They also recommended that open communication be maintained with the personnel who do not fall into the above categories to identify mutually beneficial solutions. Crucially, we request the establishment of a specific timeline for the implementation of these recommendations, ideally within the month of May. This time frame will help to alleviate anxiety and allow workers to make informed decisions about their futures, the workers said.